Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome, and for those who are coming back, thanks for joining me. So today I'll be making this dress, and I'm going to use this yarn that I have. It's in the color light raspberry, and I have my hook, which is a 4.0 mm, my scissors, a tape measure, and some stitch markers. So let's get started. So to get started, I'm going to make a slip knot and chain 13. Alright, so I have all 13 chains. So for medium you'll make 15 chains, for large you'll make 19, etc. Chain 3, yarn over and make a double crochet into that last chain, which is my 13th chain. So I'll continue with double crochets until I'm at the end. So now that I'm at the end, I'm going to chain 2 more double crochets into that same stitch. 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, chain 2, yarn over and make 3 more double crochets into that same stitch. I'm just going to continue with my double crochets going down. Now that we've completed the first row, we're going to chain 3, yarn over, and continue with our double crochets until we're at the center. Now when we're at the center, we're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 double crochets in the middle, in the center, or at the peak. So make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, and make 2 more double crochets, and then we'll continue with our double crochets until we're at the end. Alright, so that completes our second row. I'm going to start the third row and we chain 3, yarn over, and make our double crochets until we're at the peak or the center, where we'll make the same 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So now that I have completed 3 rows and in the pattern that I want, the second to last row have this pattern here. So what I'm going to do now is to chain 3, turn my work, chain 1, skip 1, and then make a double crochet in the next one to it. So chain 1, skip 1, make a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make a double crochet. So that's what I'm going to do until I am at the top. So now that we're at the top and I have one double crochet here, I made my one chain to skip, so I'm going to make 2 double crochets in the center, one, chain 1, and then 2 more double crochet. So because we want it to be the same as this side, we're going to skip chain 1 and then skip 1. So you do the same thing that you did on the other side. Alright, so for the my last row, I'm going to chain 3, turn my work, and then make a double crochet into this space. So you put it on the top and then in the space. So you'll continue for this row, you'll do the same like you did on the 3rd row, but you make your double crochets in the space. You can put it on top if you like, or in the space. Okay, so I made an adjustment to the top. Alright, so after you made your last double crochet for the bra, we are going to chain 1 and basically smooth this off. So we're going to make some single crochets. So just make, so in the same stitch you're going to make a single crochet and continue with single crochets until we're at the end. Okay, so that's it, and you want to make sure that the same number of single crochets that you have on one couple, you have it on the other. Alright, so I have 22. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, well, not yarn over but turn, and chain 2. I'm going to skip 2 and enter into the 3rd. So chain 2, skip 2, enter into the 3rd. Alright, so I have 3 stitch, yeah. Okay, so alright, so that's it. And for this piece that we have, we're going to do it 4 rows in total, so we have 3 more rows left. So chain 3, turn, chain 2, and continue making your double crochets with your chain 2 space. I'm going to do mine off camera and then show you how it looks when I'm finished. Okay, so when you've completed the second piece, don't cut your chain. We're going to go back to the one that we did before where we had our stitch marker, because we need that to join the 2 pieces together. So to join the 2 pieces, all you need to do is to take your hook and insert it into the chain 3 that we had on this side, and just make a slip stitch, chain 1, that's it, and they're joined together. Right, now for this portion, I'm going to go back to this the chain that we have. We're going to make a chain that is long enough to go over our shoulders, our bust, and the waist. So whichever part of your body, those three body parts that I mentioned, is the widest, you're going to make the chain to fit that. Okay, so after we've joined the middle piece together, we're going to make a chain to go around this to start the skirt. This piece, you need to measure the piece that you have before. So mine is about 11 inches, and I need to make 30 inches in total for the skirt. Alright, so 30 minus 11 is 19. Sorry, I need to make a chain that is 19 inches in total, since this front piece is 11 inches and we need 30 to match the bust. So the amount of chains that you need should be your bust size minus the chain, the inches that you get for this piece. Alright, so I'm going to make a chain that will give me 19 inches. Okay, so I have about 78 chains, and what I'm going to do is to just join it to the other side, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch. So there I have the number of chains that will give me. So this will total 30 inches stretch. And to show you that half of it should be 15. So as you can see, 15, right? I'm going to continue making this same pattern that I have once around. Now we're going to chain 3, turn our work, and then chain 2, and continue with the same pattern that we did on the bust around. So for the middle piece that we are at, we're going to chain 2 and make the same pattern like what we're doing. So now that we're at the chains, we'll just chain 2 and then skip 2. So 1, 2, enter into the third. 1, 2, enter into the third. So that's all we're going to do until we're at the other side, where we'll complete it with a slip stitch. So now that I'm at the last part, I'm going to chain 2 and just connect the 2 pieces together, or 2 sides together, with a slip stitch, like so. So this is how it looks so far. So the next piece that we're going to work on is the ruffles part of it. To do so, you need to count the amount of boxes that you have here so that you can divide them evenly on each side. Alright, so I have 41 in total. Turn it this way. So I have 41 in total. So this piece depends on how many ruffles that you want on the dress. So after you've done counting the amount of boxes that you have, what you need to do is to mark the spaces where you want the ruffles, right? So I have 41 spaces and I want it to be every 5 space to have a ruffle. So that's what I did here. So you can do as many as you like, it's up to you. So I am going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn my work and continue with the boxes until I'm at this space. So now that I'm at this space, I'm going to remove the stitch marker, and I am going to make 20 double crochets. So 1, so not 20 but 10. I'm going to chain 2, continue with the pattern as before. And now that I'm on the second stitch marker, I'm going to remove that and make the same 10 double crochets within that space. Like so. So you'll continue doing that until you've completed the first row with the increases. So I'll finish mine off camera and then show you how it looks when I'm finished. Alright, so this is what it looks like so far. Alright, so in the second row that we are going to do, we're going to make regular rows like this. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn our work. I'm going to chain 2, yarn over, and make a double crochet into that space, chain 2, and continue with doing the same. So chain 2, and then in the double crochet. So each double crochet that we have, we're going to chain 2 before we enter into the next one. So chain 2, yarn over, and make a double crochet into that same space or chain. So we're not skipping any at all. So chain 2, make your double crochets into the chain. Chain 2, so it should look something like this, right? So we're just going to continue with this pattern until we're at the end. So chain 2, make a double crochet on top of the double crochet. So now that we're at the next increase, remember we're going to chain 2 and make a double crochet on top of the double crochet. So no skipping. Okay, so that's it. and we're basically going to continue this pattern for as long as you need. Alright, so we're going to continue this pattern of making the just double crochets, chain 2 double crochets until we get the length that we need for our dress. Right, so I'll finish mine off camera and then come back and show you how it looks when I'm finished. Okay guys, so I'm finally finished with this dress and this is how it looks. I did a total of 22 rows, and you'll see the video on the screen on how it looks. And so for the back, what I did was to make, so after you finish all your rows, for the back, what you're going to do is to make, well, it depends on the size that you're working with. So for a size small, I did a total of 300 chains, and what I did was just to put it, loop it through here, so at the front, and then crisscross it in the back, and then loop the first row together so that it has that effect, the drawstring effect, and that's it. So I'm sorry it took so long for me to finish this video, guys. To be honest, it took me about 3 weeks to do, but if one of you guys asked me to do something, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, because this was not an easy dress to make, and I was working with just pictures, but I think it came out well, and I hope you guys like it. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.